You think your cat sees you as a human, but you're completely wrong. To your cat, you're something else, something bigger, something they don't fully understand, but deeply trust. There was a boy named Samir who always believed his cat, Coco, just tolerated him. Coco never acted like the affectionate cats he saw online. No jumping into arms, no constant cuddling. Most of the time, Coco just stayed nearby, watching, always watching. Samir used to laugh it off. "You're so weird," he'd say. "Do you even know who I am?" But one night, he got his answer. It was late. The house was quiet. Samir was sitting alone in his room, scrolling endlessly, feeling that heavy kind of loneliness that doesn't make noise but fills the entire space around you. Coco was sitting at the door, still, silent, watching him. "Why do you always stare?" Samir muttered without looking up. No response, just those eyes, calm, focused, unmoving. Annoyed, Samir stood up and walked past him. Coco didn't move, didn't follow, just turned his head, tracking every step Samir took. That's when something felt strange. Not distant, not cold, but intentional. The next day, Samir decided to test something. Instead of ignoring Coco, he sat on the floor across from him. No phone, no distractions, just eye contact. At first it felt awkward. Then Coco blinked. Slowly, Samir paused. He remembered reading somewhere, cats don't blink like that unless they feel safe. So he did something unusual. He blinked back. Coco didn't move, but something shifted. That same evening, Samir noticed something he had never seen before. Coco followed him, not closely, not obviously, but at a distance, from room to room, always staying just far enough but never losing sight of him, like a shadow, like a quiet guardian. Days passed and Samir started paying attention. He realized Coco wasn't ignoring him. He was studying him. Every movement, every habit, every emotion. When Samir laughed, Coco's ears twitched. When Samir was stressed, Coco sat closer. When Samir was quiet, Coco didn't make a sound either. It was like he was sinking, not as a pet, but as something else. One night everything became clear. Samir was lying in bed, unable to sleep. Thoughts racing, chest heavy. That overwhelming feeling that something inside you is just too much. He didn't cry, but he felt like he could. And out of nowhere, Coco jumped onto the bed, not near his feet, not at a distance, right beside his chest. Samir froze. Coco slowly stepped forward and placed himself directly on Samir's heart. No movement. No sound, just weight, warmth, presence, and then purring deep, steady, rhythmic. Samir's breathing slowed. His chest felt lighter. The noise in his mind started fading. And in that moment, he understood something that changed everything. Coco didn't see him as a human. He saw him as something fragile, something emotional, something that needed protection. To Coco, Samir wasn't an owner. He was family, part of his territory, part of his world, part of his responsibility. That's why he watched him. That's why he followed him. That's why he stayed silent when Samir was silent. And that's why in the moment Samir needed it most, he showed up. Not loudly, not dramatically, but exactly how a cat loves. Quietly, deeply, completely. From that night on, Samir stopped expecting Coco to act like a dog. Stopped waiting for obvious signs. Stopped misunderstanding his silence. Because now he knew the truth. Cats don't love the way we expect. They don't see us the way we see ourselves. To them, you're not just a human, you're their safe place, their responsibility, their strange, emotional, unpredictable companion that they choose to stay with. And once you realize that, every look, every slow blink, every quiet moment means everything, because your cat isn't distant. Your cat is watching over you, in a way most people never notice, and maybe never understand.